If you ever wonder why women decide to choose a life of hoeing, well, it's pretty obvious. The bag, if you're of moderate level of attractiveness, is exceptionally full. It is never ending. A simp is born every single day. And you know what? You could probably make it. If you make the right moves, you can probably continue to hoe into about your, 40s or something like that, especially if you got the moves. You could definitely get along that far, okay? And then you can just somehow manage to find and finagle the right simp that's out there, and don't worry, you'll be set up for as long as you want. But that comes with a lot of baggage. It comes with a lot of scars, but hey, society tells you that you can go out there, you can get everything that you want. You go, girl, you go out there and be a strong, independent boss, babe. There will be no consequences for you, because guess what? There's always some dastardly guy that just needs to go out there and do better in order to make sure that your life is properly taken care of. Well, I don't agree with anything of that, but that's what society tells women. And you know what? I'm not mad at any of these girls for securing the bag. Hell, it's like, hey man, if I had a set of tits and I knew what I knew and I was in the body something like that, oh boy, I would be finessing the world. And we'd be shutting shit down because it would be so dastardly, but that's not what it is, okay? And I don't hate her, okay? Because there's no point in hating women for what they are never going to be to you. You just have to accept them for what they are, okay? And then move accordingly. Understand the rules of the game so that you can play and succeed, okay? So we'll just take a look at a couple of girls here who have definitely secured the bag. And the first one, you might notice, and it might be a little bit familiar if you've been paying attention to one particular story that popped up a couple of months ago. Adam Levine, a staunch male feminist who might have been cheating on his pregnant wife, which, hey, again, I don't necessarily have a problem with if they have an understanding. It seems to be, because it just, that controversy came and went, and so did he, probably somewhere. But hey man, staunch feminist is a fucking dirtbag on the down low. Somebody reset the clock, because guess what? Another instance has come about. But don't worry, man, she's not, okay? The girl that he cheated on with, or cheated with on his wife, yeah, that's the way that we'll go ahead and phrase that. She's gonna continue to be fine, because she's gonna be known as the, she was that girl. She's Levine's girl, right? Well, that little bit of incidental clout that was out there, and the girl who at least most women would consider as an attractive man, okay? She was the girl that made him, oh my god, what were those cringy texts? Oh my god, your body is so hot, and it was fucking 8th grade level text game. It was sad, and oh my god, just the problems with being a blue pill simp are endless, and we have a full breakdown of that situation and many more like it in other videos. But we are right here just to go out there and highlight what unfettered hypergamy can go out there and get for a woman who's willing to put in the elbow or the hard work and a little elbow grease. Well, just one elbow, of course, that's kind of all you need. Model who accused Adam Levine of flirting hosts a lucrative strip club gig. Yep, just throw out a random accusation, and then guess what? You'll get your face on posters, baby. Used to have to do a hell of a lot more. It normally involved a couch, not just some DMs and a couple of screenshots. But hey man, whatever. Like hell, you barely even have to be in decent shape. You can even have a bit of a paunch in your corset. I thought those are normally supposed to keep everything, subsequently tucked in and tight, but hey man, lower standards for lower folks. Okay, September, model Sumner Stroh claimed that Maroon 5 star had a physical affair with her, whatever that means, after she felt exploited and manipulated. Oh my god, see, I engaged, or I at least want to engage in a physical relationship with a guy who's married, but then everything came to light, or I didn't get exactly what I wanted, so then I'll just go ahead and metoo him, because I don't need to take any responsibility. Stroh's claim spread rapidly on TikTok, and there's no love loss. I don't like Adam Levine. I don't like his music. I think he's kind of a fucking dork, and he has the game of, yeah, a middle schooler, but that's what clout will get you, okay? You can get all the bad bitches if you're at a certain fucking level. You can fuck them, but they'll finesse you. And that's what this bitch did right here. Okay, the next day, Instagram model Rose, Alyson Rose, that is, claimed that she had apparently quite different experience with Levine, who she said had flirted with her online. On Saturday nights, Rose made a personal appearance hosting Larry Flint's Hustler Club. Las Vegas, in a return for what insiders said was a large check. How large was it? We're told for the 3-hour gig, Rose seemed to be in good spirits as she toasted vodka cocktails while attending the Excite show, the club's newly launched female review, and that she cheered the cast on and comfort of her plush VIP section. Everybody's like, who's this bitch? Oh, she's the one that felt a certain way about Adam Levine. Oh, okay, cool. And she got paid how much? Oh, okay, cool. Well, guess what? I'm going to be feeling a certain way about Adam Levine. Apparently, she later took the elevator to the club's rooftop with some pals to enjoy some steamy fun with male strippers at the Kings of Hustler male review. Oh, okay, cool. So they fucked on the roof, and like everybody else does in Las Vegas. Okay, okay, let's take a look. Is she anything special? No, not really. Okay, next picture. Again, it's like just basic, and the only reason that she's there, she's really nothing special. Okay, that's a lot of makeup, and she's got some goofy tattoos and just decent tits and not much of an ass, really. But to be completely honest, man, right place, right time, and willing to sell your dignity for a couple of zeros at the end of a check. Hey, man, it is what it is. You can't knock the game. You just got to chalk that instance up for him, but if you're willing to put in the work, hey man, there's some gold at the end of the rainbow, but it does come with some scars. Not just surgery ones, though. That's another topic for another time. But former Las Vegas stripper exposes the very wild reality of life as a dancer in Sin City. From dealing with leering millionaires, oh, it's so tough, and celebrities to being given a $180,000 tip. I didn't stutter, I didn't stammer. $180,000 tip was heavily implicated on that. Oh my god, I was just given this tip. It was obviously staged, okay? It was this moderately attractive e-girl who was online, okay? It's like you didn't see the screen or anything like that, and it just kind of looked like a TikTok skit, but it exposed something that was very, very obvious and very honest that was out there. So I got to recount this, and again, for the reasons that I've stated previously before, I'm waiting for all of the strikes to just fall off the channels, and, just waiting for that. So I could pull it up, but I'll make reference to it, and I think I'll get it mostly correct. I'll paraphrase a little bit, okay? But she's dressed up in your typical Twitch thought gear, okay? So ample cleavage, okay? Goofy little headset, okay? I don't know if it was cat ears or bunny ears or something like that, but she's just reading through super chats or whatever the donations are for Twitch. I don't watch that degenerate shit, okay? I'm way too old for that viewership. They cater to gullible teenagers. But anyways, regardless, okay, going back to this stuff. And then she just reads this one donation that's out there. Oh, thanks for the $100,000 donation. Oh, wow, thanks. Hey, honey, somebody just tipped us $100,000. Oh, well, enjoy poverty, and then continues to move on. That's the clip. It's like, holy shit. Now, it was presented as being real and true. It's like, obviously, it's fucking staged, but it also exposes, okay, you enter as a man, okay, never simp, first and foremost, okay? If you want to get a chick, if you simp on her, you're always going to be there, okay? That's why you never, on a first date, you never lead with your wallet, okay? You go to something that's low investment, you get the interaction there, you catch some feelings, you do a vibe, all that type of shit, right? You get the interaction there, you just plan it out accordingly, and then you move appropriately, okay? You never lead with your wallet, because you're ultimately moving from your frame as a masculine man, which is what you would normally be presenting, and then you move into being a customer, and then she knows what time it is, okay? She knows that this guy is just a fucking wallet, so anything that she wants, because I've also seen this play out, and it's like, okay, cool. Well, that would just be an immediate turnoff, and that would just be an immediate, okay, cool, I forget you even exist. But there are some women that are out there, okay? I don't know necessarily who this is, but they do exist that's out there, okay? That in order to go on a date, okay, they need to be Cash App, they need to be Venmo'd, certain amount of money in order to get their nails done they need to get their hair done because if I'm going out on the date, I need to be compensated because I got to do all of this stuff in order to show up for a date. than just for the guy to take you out to dinner and then to just entertain you for the evening. You need to be compensated for that. It doesn't quite work that way, but that's what they're thinking. That's out there, okay? And these are the type of women who are gonna quickly realize that, okay, all of that free money, okay, all of that quick money comes with slow problems, because guess what? The digital footprint is out there, okay? You having your face on a bunch of different posters, okay? Getting these high-profile gigs, okay? Doing these dances, okay? Being on OnlyFans, okay? Having stories with millionaires and celebrities that are out there catching that $180,000 tip. That's a whole bunch of experiences, okay? And then that sets a woman up at a certain level where she goes to expect that amount of money, okay? They go to expect that type of lifestyle. It's a common phrase that's learned a lot in family courts out there. The woman needs to be treated and supported to a lifestyle to which she has become accustomed to. Now, when a woman dates a celebrity, when a woman dates a man of a certain socioeconomic status, she has a very, very, very difficult time to regress from that. So if she's fucking around with doctors, celebrities, high-profile guys that are out there, she's not coming back and dating the dude from the fucking Starbucks, okay? Hypergamy is very real. Women date across, but if that motherfucker's across, he better have the prospects, okay? Because you'll hear this too, okay? Oh, Susie, what are you looking for in a man? Well, he needs to be nice. He needs to like me. He needs to be ambitious. He needs to be driven. I'll give you all of those fucking boilerplate examples, okay? Outside of, being nice, liking puppy dogs, being on good term with his family, loving his mother, all that type of fucking horseshit, okay? Ambitious, motivated, all that type of stuff, okay? Oh, I don't really care if he's rich or anything like that. He just needs to be ambitious and needs to be driven. Which means, I don't really care how much money he has right now. All I need to know is that he has the ability to make more money in the future, okay? If you just need to decipher the womanese on that one, just keep it a buck, okay? Women don't care how much money you have, because after a point in time, they ain't gonna know on a few hours together. They aren't gonna know the difference between you having $100,000 and $200 million. Okay, like there's a little fucking difference that's out there. And if you're throwing around enough money for her to know how much you have, well, brother, you're already in that fucking customer frame that's right there, and she is just finessing you for all that you're worth. Sucks to suck, but that's the fucking game. So let's just see if our girl here is going to be giving up the goods. CJ Miles, okay. I think she was, and, shout out to Rolo. He does a show. He's done a couple of episodes, and I think she was one of the guests on the panel show that he's doing in Vegas. I think she was one of the girls that was on there. That one's hard to watch, okay, because some of those girls are, they're special, okay. And if somebody could just edit out the Rolo parts, it might be really good. But yeah, man, listen to these fucking airheads. It's really tough. That's why I'm not even like the biggest fan, and I don't really check out all of the episodes, the Fresh and Fit after hours at this point in time. If there's a good panel, okay, if there's not a whole bunch of fucking ratchet chicks that are on there, which is incredibly tough to watch, I just like to see Myron work and, dispense all of his fucking knowledge that's out there, because that's what I tune in for, okay, for the podcast, the regular edition, the midday edition. I like that one. That one's terrific and fantastic. And then if he's out there dissecting some girls that are actually receptive to the information that's out there, those shows are few and far between, and you normally can't tell when you come in. Well, you can kind of tell. There's normally some very easy indicators to see, but that's been devoid of this, what's it called, Access Vegas show, where I think this lady was on, okay? She was, and still is, a very high-profiled woman, okay? And then one of the big criticisms by people that don't actually watch Fresh and Fit say that, although they're just airheads from Miami, even though that there's been girls, okay, the 1,600 plus women that have been on the show, okay, have been from 44 different states, 22 different countries, all of that jazz. But it's just airheads from Miami that want to be on that show. Okay, cool. That's where you get girls all the way from 18 into their fucking 40s, okay? And they all recite the same fucking nonsense. Same with this high-end stripper, okay? They all recite the same shit, because guess what? You can change the hardware, but the software is still the fucking same, and it's been the same for the past 60 cocksucking years, so stop the fucking cap. I'm different, okay? I'm unique. Bitch, you're the exact fucking same as everybody else. It's how you move. It's what you're doing, in spite of you being the exact same girl that you can find everywhere in Las Vegas that'll actually make you special. But anyways, a former Las Vegas dancer has dished the dirty on the realities of life in Sin City, revealing how she was once paid $180,000 for just one night of stripping. Congratulations, man. While also opening up about performing for leering millionaires. Oh, it's so tough. You go home with 6 digits, okay? And like mid-level 6 digits. Holy. CJ Miles grew up in poverty in the Philippines. Not anymore. Dreaming of a better life. Yeah, but now she's showing up in private jets, okay? And that's another red flag. You see a girl that you like on Instagram, okay? She's on the Explorer page. She's in a whole bunch of different locations, and she's on a private jet. She didn't pay for that private jet. I'm just telling you. She might have $180,000, but here's another truth that's out there, okay? Girls in relationships, okay? Their money is their money. Your money, as the man, is our money. You don't believe me? Well, you've never been in a relationship. Now the millionaire lives the high life in Miami, Florida. What? You can't make this shit up. And earns a whopping $200,000 on OnlyFans every single month. Bruh. Spending her fortune on luxury vacations with private jets, stunning penthouses, and more. That's why you take a look at the list of the richest women in the world. All of them, every single one of them, are the richest women in the world because of inheritance and divorce. Take a look at the world's wealthiest woman, Mackenzie Bezos, or Mackenzie Scott, now that she's twice been divorced. Still the richest woman that's out there, and had an ironclad prenup on her second marriage to that elementary school teacher. Oh yeah, women can really date down, huh? After experiencing the richest man on earth. Okay, cool. And she ain't no stripper. She ain't no band leader either. CJ, who has 2.2 million followers on Instagram, began her lucrative adult career in Las Vegas, spending 12 years working for the infamous Club Spearmint Rhino. Yeah, everybody's heard of that one. There's deviations and derivations on the Spearmint Rhino gimmick everywhere, man. I think there's even an offshoot in Edmonton, for Christ's sakes. But what's the one here in Grand Prairie called? Showgirls? I don't fucking remember. I went there once. It was my friend's birthday party. It was so fucking sad. Mostly because my old friends sucked. That's why they're my old friends, not my current friends. From cheering up millionaires who have lost the big at poker and craps to entertaining eager tourists dropping their life savings. She has seen it all, and she's now sharing her secrets. Let's see how honest she is, because kind of interested. Nice ass, okay? Definitely nice ass. But honestly, is she anything all that special? Like, she's in exceptionally good shape, okay? Like, she's definitely taking care of herself. She's gotten the physical enhancements, which, you know what? Hey, man, none of them are really offensive. If you got extra titty meat, definitely fill that shit in, okay? She's thin. She doesn't have that crazy BBL, which is the grossest shit on the fucking planet. But you take a look at this, okay? Because I did a little bit of pre-screening on this article, of course. Didn't read anything. I was just looking at the pictures. The reverse of what people normally say, blue-pilled simps that are out there that just get caught reading Playboy. I just read it for the articles. No, I take a look at the pictures first, so we at least have something eye-catching to look at. But you take a look at that. That one looks like it's just a random snap from a back room at a strip club, or I don't know, man. I don't exactly know where that one is. But you take a look at that, and then you take a look at that. Okay, you would be disappointed, okay? You think, oh shit, I'm getting this one right here? Yeah, buddy. But then this one shows up. It's like that meme that's running through right now, okay? We don't need a stripper from the store. We got one at home, okay? That's the one at the store. That's the one that's at home. Okay, nothing wrong with that inherently, okay? Like, she doesn't have the crazy lips, which is another huge turnoff and anything like that. And she definitely got them boulder titties, which is fine. Personal preferences and all that type of stuff, right? Like, it's all good. And she's just tiny and she doesn't have the crazy hips. Like, she got a 10 on 10 body. I'll just say that. Nails are a little bit goofy, but we're just kind of nitpicking at this point in time, okay? But we also know if she's been in the game for 12 years, okay, she would have at least had to start. At best, if she would have started when she's 18, can't be any younger than that, okay? You might have to be 21 in order to work Vegas, but I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, she's in her early 30s. That's why she's spilling all of the goods right now. You see this time and time and time again, okay? Oh, so let's get back to the regular scheduled article. But you see this with what? Lana Rhodes, all of those different porn stars that are cashing out of the game. They got theirs, okay? And now they want to tear everything down on the way out. Don't know if she's trying to tear everything down, but she's exposing the game, and stop that. Stop it right now, okay? But again, it's not really going to reach the ear of the masses because guys are still going to go to strip clubs trying to, in vain, pick up strippers, okay? Trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho. And girls, well, they're just going to continue to finesse because that's just what happens, okay? Don't hate the... Oh, not going to use that one. Just, chalk it up to the game. Being a stripper in Vegas isn't like being a stripper anywhere else. I don't really know, man. You still take off your clothes, okay? Everyone has brought money to burn, and there's a millionaire at the club pretty much every week. And you live in Miami, and you're trying to tell me that that's different? Okay, there's celebrities everywhere, but whatever. But these rich CEOs and businessmen expect a big show in return. Yeah. I was known as the angel of the night. Oh yeah, she was fucking for money. Let's just stop it. Okay, my shifts would typically be 7 p.m., 9 a.m. 10 hours? Yeah, okay. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's 14 hours. I'm stupid. That's me after a long day of recording videos. Okay, 14 hours. Okay. So it would be long days, and it was a hard job. How hard was it? And you'll come away with bruises all over if you don't stay athletically fit and put in the training. Bruises from the pole, because that's what happens, man. Like, it looks like a glamorous job, but if you aren't used to the pole, like the actual stripper pole, not, like the after hours pole or anything like that. That shit's hard and it's unforgiving. I've seen pictures of bruises before, okay? And it's what happens. My secret weapon was being small and having a strong work ethic. Oh, good for you. Including... And guess what? Men don't care about that, okay? You're fucking hot, okay? That's what they care about. The rest of that shit is just shut your mouth and fucking shake your hole. Men, including A-list celebrities and billionaires, would constantly ask me back to their hotels whether to dance or for something more. We all know what that something more is. I can't really defend myself. If something happens, I'd be... Oh, and I made $3,350 in one night. I didn't need to go with them. Yeah, of course. And that was probably like during the middle to the end of the week. Let's be completely honest, because $3,350. Don't know what club you were. Oh, no, right. You said Spearmint Rhino. Like, that's the flagship strip show. So you were making more than that. That's what bitches out here, on the periphery end up making a night. So come on now. Unlike many other girls, I worked sober, no drinks or drugs. Okay, well, depending on how old you are, and I know genetics and all that shit, and, that's a shit ton of makeup, but, yeah, okay, I think that you probably did take good care of yourself, but, come on now, now it's fine. Now you're not stripping, so now you can sit back with a Corona, I suppose. Well, it wasn't unusual to make big money in one night. Yes, of course, even CJ was stunned when one man decided to give her an extra big tip, paying $180,000 for the pleasure of watching her dance. I'm sure that was all that was implied with that. Did you tell the rest of the story? But the penthouse star insists nothing else happened. Come on now. Well, I guess you don't want to admit on the record anything concrete. So, no, nothing happened outside of that. All I wanted to do was watch me, and that's it, Just like watching. I get, like, this story could be 1,000% true, but come on, you're dropping that much money unprovoked. There's a lot of context missing out of this story here. Okay. There was this one guy who was such a fan of me, and he gave me my biggest payment, $180,000 for one night of dancing. I used that money to buy my family a house in the Philippines. Hey, big ups for that. We grew up with nothing, so it felt amazing to be able to do this. Okay, well, hey, she's not wasting all of her money. I didn't see him again after that. Well, he did. I don't even know his name, and he changed his number. Oh, didn't ask for anything else, but he changed his number. Stop self-snitching. Come on now. It's like he enjoyed sending money to girls. Yeah, guys do that, okay? You hear stories about that all the time, okay? Why do you think in every single one of their bios, there's always a link to a Cash App or PayPal or Venmo or something like that? Like, you'll hear story after story of just guys trying to slide in and think that, oh, if I just attach a big tip out there, maybe she'll notice me. No, she won't. Stop it. And if she does, she just wants to make sure that there's more of those tips coming. Sharing the key to raking the cash as a stripper, CJ explains that it's not just about working the pole. You have to make the clients feel special too. Yeah, kind of a girlfriend experience type situation when you're out there, okay? You have to make the guys, because they come there, they're down bad, okay? Like, you can tell, okay? If there's just a group of guys that are out there, okay, they just go to the strip club in order to relax. They just think that it's because, okay, normally when you're there, okay, if you're there as a group of guys, okay, you're just normally going to a place in in order to see some pretty girls, see them dance, okay? A low confrontation, a low energy situation, okay? Normally the music's a little bit louder, it's a little bit better. There's nothing inherently aggressive about the situation, as opposed to going out to a nightclub or to the bar where everybody knows exactly what time it is, okay? Everybody's out there trying to hook up, everybody's jockeying for position. At a strip club, it's a little bit different, of course, unless you're one of the repeat customers that's down there. One of the people that sit right close to the stage, you know, throw a 5, throw a 20 every once in a while in order to get the attention of the girls that are out there. They will pick up on this stuff, okay? Women, that is one thing that women do much better than men. They are a lot better at picking up on social cues. That's another tip of being a good stripper, a good sex worker, a good, I don't know, good finesser. Let's just call it what it is. If you can figure out why the guy's there and you can figure out what he's lacking and you can provide that at an arm's reach, yeah, they'll pay through the fucking teeth in order to do that. So that's the game out there. She said, when you're a stripper, the better you are, the more security. You will keep an eye on the men around you. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Excuse me, miss, that is not an FAA appropriate attire. I guess that's why you're flying on somebody else's private jet that's out there. Yeah, that is the most attractive Filipino. In an area there's a lot of Filipinos, that's the baddest one I've ever seen. Still though, you know, everything's on point, not wife material for a multitude of reasons, especially having pictures like that out there. Like, it'd be fun to pick up and throw around like a fucking shot put or pick up like a 6-pack, but outside of that, man, just a little bit more. I was the best dancer at the club, so I had so I never had that many weird experiences. The clients had to be respectful or they would get kicked out. Many other girls don't get the same treatment, especially those working in the seedier, low-level clubs. Yeah, no, exactly. That makes sense. I don't know how this helps your regular girl on the come-up, but all right. CJ, who has a computer engineering degree, arrived in Vegas in 2016 and spent every day naked for 14 years. Come on now. Okay, so she retired in 2020, probably when Vegas shut down because that was stupid, but it happened. She quickly moved through the ranks at the time, but still remembers her first day at the club. She asked, she added, I was naked every day. On the first day, you were given a bikini and told, see you inside, bitch. I thought, I can't do this. I finished college and my first job, and this is my first job in America. The story is old as time, now isn't it? Pursuing the American dream, singles at a time. What did I finish school for? Remember, this one guy approached me, and when I said it was my first night, he didn't believe me. But he slowly came round and booked me for the entire night so I could get settled. I was just so nervous, but I took to it like a duck to water. Oh, yeah? This is so inspiring, this fucking young whore on the come-up. Christ almighty. I remember walking in, and the other girl shrugged me off. Well, you're tiny. I don't blame him. You know what's kind of sad about the situation? Okay, this girl's actually doing more work than any of the Kardashians that's out there, and she has less money than that. That's fucking wild. Anywho. Oh yes, but as soon as I started raking in I was soon raking in the most money, okay, at the club, I guess. Men seemed to like me for my petite frame, and it helped me stand out. Yeah, exactly. You have to have a niche, okay? That's why you can think, why is that busted-looking bitch on the internet, okay? She's making all of that money on OnlyFans. She's making how much per month? It's because if you have a niche, okay, if you're unique, if you seem somewhat approachable, okay, that's what those guys want. They want the opportunity to, be Captain Save-A-Ho. They can refine, they can tame her. I can make her change, unironically. Ugh. With many of the clubs shutting their doors during the pandemic, CJ swiftly saw her income dry up, and that's why she decided to join OnlyFans. She now makes $200,000 a month from the comfort of her own home. That is fucking wild. I can hang my dick and balls out there, and I wouldn't make $200 a month. She can sell fucking foot pics and whatever. I love getting naked, so this really is the ideal job for me. I came to the United States with just $100 in my cooch. Yeah, no, exactly. That's a luxury afforded to a woman out there. If you can sell your dignity, if you can just, put a mark on a man's name, like the previous girl out there, okay, hey, man. Go under the knife a couple of different times because, yeah, she's tiny, okay? Those aren't fucking the Lord-endowed breasts, okay? Let's fucking call that for what it is. There is money to be made, but it does come at a cost. Because I'm sure, yep, there's a lot of guys. There are a ton of guys that would be willing to pay for the lifestyle in which you have become accustomed to. And I'm sure a bunch of those guys want to just sweep you and save you off of these platforms. Like the previous girl from the strip club, the one that was making moves against Adam Levine, and then CJ, whatever her name is. I'm sure one of her many patrons on the account, on her account, would be more than willing to take her, but here's the thing, man. They can both prolong their success with filters, and once that is no longer lucrative, they can cash out, but they're never, ever going to get to the options that they initially would have got. Do you think anybody in the near future is going to be offering her $180,000 just for the opportunity? And even if that was somebody that was to come along, would that be something that she would be willing to settle down for? Fast money, slow problems, never ever fails. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.